It's Monday the 7th of March and it's time for a further update on the University of Canterbury's progressive restart of its academic year. I'm going to give the update in 4 different chapters. First, let me talk about our students, then our staff, then our facilities and our programs of study. Our students have done a wonderful job in just remaining calm and waiting for more information to be made available to them about their options and our restart program. So far, we have had 111 students choose to withdraw from the University of Canterbury out of more than 15,000 students who are presently enrolled. Some of those students, indeed 48 of them, had withdrawn before the earthquake on the 22nd of February, and a number more clearly have reached a conclusion that they wish to study elsewhere. But for the vast majority of our students, they are prepared to wait and trust that the university will provide them with sensible options. Our international students have a range of options, and the 1,400 students are working through whether they wish to wait and study with us in Christchurch or exercise an exchange option for a semester with one of 3 New Zealand universities. Our study abroad students have had the option to be placed for the semester with other institutions. And on Friday last week, we announced that we had established exchange agreements with 5 other New Zealand universities, which would allow students currently enrolled at the University of Canterbury to enrol if places were available at other universities in New Zealand, the 5 who have signed up, if that was their preference. We do know that a large number of students, however, do intend to continue their studies at the University of Canterbury this calendar year and are waiting for us to provide details of the restart. And it is important to remember it is a progressive restart of teaching programs. Tonight, the 7th of March, around 8 p.m, we will do the initial release of a teaching program. It won't be complete and there will be more details that will be filled in, but you will begin to get a flavour of what will be available when. Some of our classes will need to be taught, at least initially and for a small period of time, in the new tent town to be put up on the Arts car park. I'll talk more about facilities in a moment. We've continued to get feedback from our staff. Our staff have acted in a heroic way, providing the kind of support for our students, providing the input into the design of academic programs, and helping bring facilities back online safely over the period since the earthquake not 2 weeks ago. Our 1,400 staff who have responded to our online survey have indicated that over 94% are ready and available to come back to work on or shortly after the 14th of March. Of course, we do accept that there is something of a bias in that survey towards those who are most likely to be available, and we continue to want staff to find a way of letting us know what their circumstances are, whether they are available to work or what conditions might constrain them from being able to come back to work. When it comes to our facilities, as I have said before, safety is paramount. It is absolutely critical that we use our best professional knowledge to assess the status of our buildings before we move to reoccupy them. I won't rehearse again the 5-stage process we go through to sign off our buildings. There are 186 identified separate spaces, some as small as a house or prefab, some as large as the Rutherford building, which need to be assessed through the 5 stages before they can be reoccupied. We've decided to progress the certification in 2 priority areas: the Dovedale campus north side and what is now known as the Clyde Road precinct, which starts with the Arts car park and reaches back and includes the C lecture theatre block and the Arts lecture theatres. The progressive assessment through 5 stages of these lower rise, more easily accessed and assessed buildings is being undertaken by 10 engineering teams which are currently crawling over the campus. However, it has already been revealed that 2 additional buildings will be red-stickered as a result of these investigations. First, It has now become apparent that the registry building will not be available for reoccupation shortly, and in addition a red sticker has been put on the ballroom of the UCSA building. It reminds us how careful we must be, that just because a building under its first stage inspection did not appear to have suffered structural damage does not tell us all that we must know before we allow reoccupation. There will be more detail about how staff who are being expected to begin teaching can access their materials, either under supervision or alternatively by having somebody retrieve, where possible, materials for them. Certainly, we will do everything possible to give as much advanced access to materials for those who are being asked to front classes in the week beginning the 14th of March. We will be releasing details of our programs of study tonight, and during the rest of the week and into next week we will continue to update which programs of study will be available and where on campus or off campus teaching will take place. We are locked into a progressive restart of the university. That progressive restart will involve some flexibility on the part of both our student body and our staff. But we are committed, and I still believe that we will be able to deliver a quality academic program of teaching in this calendar year.